Okay, welcome back to Goblin Slayer Anime Review Part 3. This one covering the last 3 episodes of Goblin Slayer Season 1. Yep, episodes 10 to 12, which adapt the rest of Book 1. Yeah, I'm not really sure why the anime just for they just, oh yeah, let's just have, maybe split chapter in half a day episodes after they stopped adapting Book 1. Now, of the first episode. It simply put, like, the Goblin Slayer kind of having a day off where he wakes up and he gets out of bed. That's how the episode starts off. He does his little patrol, everything's good, and him and Cowgirl go to town. Well, deliver some supply, deliver some stuff, and he goes pick up his armor. Gets a fairly new armor. It does look a little bit different, and basically he sees everybody. It was like very happy to see him. Goes home, does his patrols again in his armor, and then because of course you see us a couple times where he just checks the fences, checks the grass, and checks like the forest. And then third time he does this, he notices a bunch of goblin tracks. Yes. So does he tell the owner of the place? Nope. Tells Cowgirl. Time to leave. He's like, no, I'm not banning this place. It's my home. And he's like, okay, I can't do this by myself. I have to go get some help. So he goes straight to the guild hall and asks everybody, "I need help. There's about 100 goblins coming to a farm outside the city," and mentions the Goblin Lord. That piques some people's interest, and his way off reward everything. He doesn't give it. Though the guild basically does offer to put a reward for taking down these goblins, since there's over 100 of them plus taking down, well, protecting the property. So, like, pretty much who volunteers? Like, pretty much the entire cast, minus Sword Maiden, volunteers for this. And yeah, it's pretty much everybody, except for Sword Maiden and Guild Girl. Yeah, with the exception of these two, pretty much everybody's volunteers to take on a bunch of goblins protecting this one property. And for the party, there's no scene of them basically arriving at the property at all. It just jumps straight to them already there, preparing for the battle. It would have been nice to see this in the anime. It's like, okay, like, Cowgirl, but it would be nice to see this, like, Cowgirl seeing everybody, and it's like, you brought help, good. And of course, she had already previously met, like, because she met in that very episode, she met, like, everybody. She met, like, the whole gang, and they go out to, like, a bar, I think, like some restaurant in town. They have dinner, and Cowgirl meets everybody for the first, including Guild Girl, who, believe it or not, is one of 2 characters in the series who's got a thing for him. Named Goblin Slayer, the other, of course, being Sword Maiden. Yep. Oh, in case you're wondering, does Sword Maiden actually show up in these last 3 episodes? No. I think she's mentioned once after this. Yeah, she's mentioned, like, you do see her briefly, an image of her in episode 10. But, yeah, doesn't interact with Goblin Slayer after episode 9. Oh, don't worry, they do interact in the light novels. Yeah, I should point out, though, Sword Maiden, damn, this woman is smoking hot. Yes. And the woman would have to be the archbishop of whatever religion they have there, and she's in love with a man basically who slays goblins, and she has seen his face once. Yeah, so like after they basically, of course, it would have been nice seeing the anime, but they probably had to cut it due to time. Yep, and then like they're all pairing like special. They do have some flashes back, basically like where they have like a range in between. Of course, the whole thing is going to happen at the end of episode 10. So he goes to episode 11. That's when he goes recruit people. And basically, to this up, basically the stuff they do in the easy episodes are pretty much some flashback that take place just prior to this, where they very much form the major battle strategy. And he pretty much gives out all of his strategies to kill goblins. And oh yeah, and the guild, as response to this, because of how many goblins he's killed and how highly respected he is. The guild is offering 1 gold coin for every goblin head. Yep, 1 for every one. Like, okay, interesting. So, like, they all take out like a bunch of small fry, and then all of a sudden, like, okay, we take out these guys. What's next? Take out some raiders. Okay, next, hobgoblins and 2 goblin champions. Cool. The Goblin Lord scene here. Goblin Slayer is not seen much in these episodes killing Goblin Slayers. He does kill a few of them. And then eventually him and Priestess, team up to kill the Goblin Lord. Yep, using a couple protection spells on the Goblin Lord, crushing him. Of course, also the Goblin Slayer stabbing him through the chest, stabbing through his head. And he also breaks his freaking sword in the fight. His helmet gets damaged, but I think he also breaks his arm as well. And eventually they do kill the Goblin King. Not coming. The Goblin Lord, not the King, the Goblin Lord. Yeah, you know the Goblin Lord? Big, huge guy with a freaking crown on his head. And they kill him. And of course, the witch. Yeah. Now we also see we see the Spearman, him actually get a lot of fighting it because they mentioned he kept boasting how good how good a fighter he is, and finally we get a chance to see how good a fighter he is by taking out a few goblins, a whole bunch of them. And of course, the regular party, Goblin Slayer's regular party takes up as many Goblin Slayers as they normally do. Everybody gets a chance to get a chance to shine in this one. Heck, even Witch gets a chance to shine, basically take out some goblins. Yeah. Though at one point, Spearman basically stay back, because he doesn't want her to get harmed. He does care about her, but he's more infatuated with Guild Girl. Yep. And once all the goblins are taken out, and this happens over the course of 2 episodes, and everybody's all celebrating, and then of course the priestess basically is asleep next to him. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. So it's fine. You basically earned it. Of course, Cowgirl's there because he probably brought her to town to celebrate, and he's like, oh, okay. You give her the coin he got. Like, give me a favor. Can you take off your helmet? Because last time I saw you wearing a helmet, I was embarrassed not look. And so he takes his helmet, and apparently no one in the guild had ever seen him without his helmet on. Though Spearman has. I've seen this guy before. His number 2 together at the pasty man he saw was, in fact, the Goblin Slayer. And apparently Witch knew he was a handsome guy. And everybody's shocked to see his face. Yes. But, just like in the manga, we can't show his entire face for some reason. We see the lower half of his face, but for some reason we can't show the top half of his face. This is one thing that bothers me about this character. Yeah, this character shows his face, and he doesn't want to show the whole, I'm not sure why in the world that the creator of Goblin Slayer is so afraid to show the main character's face. Yes, this is a problem I've had with the Goblin Slayer series, because all the rest of the series that I have watched, we've always seen the main character face. No, with the exception of Overlord, we haven't seen that guy's full face, basically, when he's in his human mode. And that's, of course, Azal Ghul, see him in his human form. But in this one, Goblin Slayer is a guy. Some people thought he was a woman, based upon the armor. And apparently we're not allowed to show his entire face. Also, apparently not all his scars on his back and his arms. Apparently they're on his face. Some of it's on his face as well. I'm like, when the heck he has scars on his face? And the scar was very handsome. Okay. The viewer liked to see that. But no, we have to see only the bottom half of his freaking face. Now, I have seen something like this before, where you have a character and his face, a lot of the time, is very obscure. Now, what show I've seen this in? Home Improvement, with the character Wilson. Every time you saw this guy, he was always behind a fence, seeing half his face, or seeing his shadow. Yes. And here's the thing, never shows full face into the final episode of Home Improvement. That's when we finally saw the guy's face. This is similar to, I'm hoping we do not have that problem with this series, where we wait until the end of the series to finally have the viewer see the whole face. The characters can see his face, but as for the viewer, nope, they're not allowed to see it, for some strange reason. Yep. Of course, Cowgirl does thank Goblin Slayer for saving her home. He does appreciate that. And, well, the episode ends saying, and it's a pretty happy note. Of course, you have the heroes who popped up occasionally in some of these episodes. Yeah, they don't interact with the Goblin Slayer. I think they may pop up in a spin-off story. But yeah, then the final thing you see before, after the credits, says Goblin Slayer will return when? Well, we had a movie released just a month ago. But aside from that, nothing. There's been no season 2 announced at all. I don't know if the movie was successful or not. Yeah, that's the thing. I have no idea if it was successful or not. Like, I don't know what the budget film was. I don't know if it was a success or a bomb in Japan. Yeah, I have no idea. And the film was released, definitely. Released on February 20th of this year. And that was the most recent thing they released for this particular series. There's been no season 2 announced. I'm like, White Fox, you know you can do another season of the show. I mean, I know we're doing our season of ReZero, apparently starting up in July. But apparently no season 2 for Goblin Slayer? Really? As far as I know, there's no reason why there can't be a season 2. Yeah, but otherwise, though, pretty good season overall. And I thought it was really enjoyable. And before I go, there's a couple things I need to say. First of which, I know that the first episode received controversy due to the fact it opened up with a rape scene. Well, it wasn't exactly open the episode. It's not the first thing you see when you start the episode. It has a pretty shocking, like her your priest being wounded, and then we have all the build up to it, and then we have the rape. Yeah, but here's the thing: don't fault the anime for that. That happened in a light novel, okay? Blame the writer for that. Don't blame White Fox for doing that. They were just adapting the source material, and that's part of Priestess's first appearance. You cannot cut that out or change it for some stupid reason like that. Okay? It's just that simple. Okay? A lot of animators do this. I mean, do they skip over something like this? I mean, yes. I know for a fact this whole thing with the movie It, and they keep skipping over this one scene. Because a bunch of 12-year-olds trying to do each other. I get the reason why they cut that, because it's disgusting. This is fine. Because it happened to source material, and it's essential to the character Priestess. Okay? That's just my opinion on the matter. But in the case of the season overall, I think White Fox finished animated this season. I love the music for the final couple episodes. It felt like a rock tune. This one kind of stopped after a couple minutes. I thought that was kind of weird. Yeah, but I haven't heard the full soundtrack for this particular series yet. But all in all, really good series. Now, you probably think, okay, since I finished Goblin Slayer, what's next anime I'm going to do next? I'm going to do My Bride is a Mermaid. Yep, a series starring Todd Eppercorn and Colin Lickerbeard and Christopher Sabat. I'm looking forward to basically watching this series. I'll probably start tomorrow, but the thing is, I'm not getting a review because it's getting kind of late. But tomorrow I expect to see 2 Case Closed videos, doing reviews for Case Closed, reviewing the next 2 Case Closed movies, and the first part for My Bride is a Mermaid. Yep, expect to see those tomorrow, okay? But until the next video, bye.